Well, this is a tutorial on how to strip down your computer, clean it properly and put it back together properly while storing your components safely. Now, I've been doing this for years, so I normally just do it my way. So this is my way of doing it. It's never caused me any problems or anything like that. So first thing I normally do, well, before I get going, I'll tell you what you need. Got some compressed air, it's a lot easier. Toolkit. Now, I did a review of this on the channel, so I think you need it, it's all falling out, look. And got some anti-static bags. So that's about all you really need, really, to take apart a computer and clean it properly. I've also got a little brush. I've also got a stiffer brush for harder to shift dust. So without further ado, what I normally start is by pulling the front off the case. So I don't like scratching up my cases, so I normally take them off, pop that on the floor. Now I've got a H55 water cooler in this, so obviously it's going to be a bit different about to take this out rather than an air-cooled computer. And obviously the little box here to put your screws in, very important. You don't want to be losing screws, it could be a nightmare. I mean, I've got plenty of screws spare, so I'd be alright if I lost one, but obviously not everyone's got a bloody box full of screws like I have. There's one little panel. Let's say flip. Top panel. Now, the good thing about this case is obviously you can take the bottom off this, so it should be alright. That's on flat. See, I'm losing screws already. Now these are a bit dusty. You don't have to wipe these down now. I mean, obviously if you've got like a screen cleaning cloth, you can just wipe them down before you take it off. But I normally wipe down the case last, because whilst it's outside at your desk, like it is here, it's just going to be covered in dust and all sorts anyhow, so very little point in doing that. Right, first things first, if you've got like this on here, separate wireless card, taking it off with you. Take that off there, because the last thing you want to do is tug that and break your antenna. Popping it like there. Right, first thing I normally take out is the hard drives. I mean, these come out pretty easily. It's all done by thumb screws. I can't get my thumb down there. So, do this. Get down there with a screwdriver. Always one that puts up a fight. Come on, out you come. There you go. Now if you wanted to, you quick going over with your brush. You can still really see the hard drives anyhow. You can't really see them in this case. Now hard drives, I find, as long as you put them on a wood surface, they'll be absolutely fine. Because obviously wood's non-conductive. You don't want to put anything on top of a anti-static bag. See, anti-static bag forms a Faraday cage around it, but obviously it's only protected from anti-static whilst it's inside the bag. So the last thing you want to do is put something on top of an anti-static bag thinking it's going to be safe. It's not. SSD. Yeah. See if this one comes out a bit easier. There we go, that one come out a lot easier, that one. We'll put that up there. Give it a quick brush off. That there with the hard drive. Next thing. I mean, obviously this is my graphics card because it's only a little cheap little graphics card because this is my media streaming computer. I've got my gaming rig over there with the custom loop in it. I will be doing how to clean that thing out, but it's a long and laborious task with that one. Obviously when you take your graphics card out, don't forget to undo your stay clip there. Obviously you don't need to be tugging on it, thinking why aren't my graphics cards coming out, and you're ripping your PCIe slot off your motherboard. I mean, there's not really much dust on that. Right, so if you really want it to, like I say, wood's non-conductive, so you just have to put it on a bit of wood. Put the static bag. Graphics card. Slide it on in. It doesn't have to fit exactly in there. As long as the PCB's in there, it should be pretty safe. Put that up there. Right. Well, the motherboard and the cooler's going to have to come out in one because I really don't want to have to be messing about reapplying with thermal paste. Sometimes these can be a bit of a swine again, so I find if you just give it a jiggle, it'll come out. Don't be yanking on that because you don't want to be pulling your wires out. Obviously, your ramp, pop. Down there. Oh yeah. Sorry, this has got a solid. I forgot about that. This has got a solid edge on it. So you put these in there, you push it in there, then clip it down. Only these ones move on the end of there. Completely forgot about that. My mistake. Noob error. You see, memory. Anti-static bag. Slide it, and that'll be safe in there. But I'll put that up there for now. It'll be alright. I mean, this won't really that dusty, so well, it'll be a lot easier to show you how to do it on this rather than. I mean, it's the same principle really on the gaming computer as this one. Really, obviously the gaming rig's got a lot more to it than this. This is just a little motherboard, a few simple components. I mean, really, it didn't even need this H55 cooler, but I thought I like the aesthetics of water coolers, so that's why I went for. Now you want to hold, if you've got one, you want to hold the back of the radiator. Stop it from crashing into the bottom of the case and causing any damage to it. See, the fan's still attached. So we'll put that, zangle it over there like that. Leave the fan there. Now, this is where you unplug everything on the motherboard. Should have really unplugged everything on the motherboard first, but you know. Don't do stuff like that. We don't think head like that. That's just plugged into a header on the motherboard, so we can pull that off. I mean, you can see there's not much really on that. Now how I clean fans is I get my brush and I don't tend to clean them with compressed air, because obviously compressed air, if you hold them they're alright, but if you let them spin up you can kill bearings on them. So I just normally do this with a stiff brush. You don't need a soft brush for this because it's a fan. Then once I've done things, go around it like that. Nice and clean. So you don't really have to put that in an antiseptic bag because it's just a fan. Next we're going to do is lay this puppy on its side. Well, I say lay on its side. Take the screws out. Now with an ITX board, you've only got the 4 screws. You've just got one in more or less each corner. And the ones at the back are set back a bit. The ones here, there's one there, and there's one set back a bit here. They're not exactly in each 4 corners. Now I'm going to leave that one in that corner there to hold it in, whilst I undo these other ones. Don't worry if your screw can come out with your screwdriver, because you can always just grab it with your grabby grab. Well, handy little tool that for getting hard to reach screws out. Like I said, there's a review of the toolkit that you come with on the channel. Now the only problem you've got, now you come to remove this, is this on the I/O shields, because these are connected to the motherboard on this particular motherboard. So what I'm going to have to do is pop the I/O panel out with the motherboard. You can unscrew them, like, but they're a pain in the arse to get in. So I just normally tend to pop it off with the motherboard. Alright. Then just try and wiggle it all out. Really. I mean, don't be afraid of thumping the motherboard, you know, knocking it on stuff. They're pretty resilient. I mean, obviously try not to bang it too hard because you don't want to be killing it. But some people are going to be screaming at me for laying that angle there. I'll put that down on there. Now obviously this is a wooden surface, wooden is non-conductive, so in theory it should be alright to put it on there. Now I've got this, clean out the wrench. Give the motherboard a quick blast. Short bursts. I mean, because if you do it long, you might get a bit of water come out, but as long as your motherboard's not on, it shouldn't really be any problem, because it'll be more or less dried out. It dries instantly pretty much straight away, the stuff anyhow. So it should be, in theory, be alright. I've got my motherboard bag here. Put that on there. Now it's a bit tricky getting this in here, obviously because it's got the cooler attached to it. that's in there. Put that down there. It's nice and safe out of the way. The last thing you want to do is be knocking it over. Now I tend to leave fans in, like here, like this here, these fans, because they're just, I mean, unless they're gunked up with dust at the back, you'll be alright. Now this, to clean fans with a compressed air, what you do is hold them so you don't spin them up. The last thing you want to do is spinning them up and killing bearings on them. Ooh. Don't hold it like that on that angle either. Otherwise you get a blast of cold stuff out of there. And that won't do the fan any harm whatsoever, like, because it's just a fan. So it should be alright. I mean, I've got some bit of residue out there on there now. The residue is the main thing really to try and clean off. I mean, but it's not to worry about really. Now the good thing about this case is, oh, it's set the cables out. The good thing about this case, obviously this is a thermal take suppressor F1 ITX case. The bottom of this case comes off. So, oh, there's that screw I dropped. There you go. That comes off. So you can see it's not. That's alright, that. Not really any dust in there either. I mean, stuff like case lighting that's up here, I mean, that can stay in there. It's quite happy up there, that. But you don't have to go to this extreme. I mean, I'm just showing you for the sake of showing you how to take this out. Screw it and screw there, 4 screws. So that comes out. Unplug your fans. These fans, the fans I've got in this back here are running off these head, are running off a Molex adapter. To be honest, why Molex still exists, I do not know. But again, I think it'll just come back to SATA. It's just so much more easy. Mess of wires. The only thing about these non-modular cheap power supply units, bloody wires everywhere. You can see that's clean. You don't. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could get a blast of air through it. But I'm not going to bother cleaning that because there's no point cleaning that because you don't need it. Put that down there. Right. All I have to do is now, I find, is just off the chassis, getting all nooks and crannies up here. Places you can't get to in the motherboards and stuff are normally in. Like I say, if you're doing this and you rebuild it straight away, you'd be perfectly fine to store your components on top of the desk because wood's non-conductive. I mean, some people would probably tell me I'm wrong there, but I personally have never had a problem with that. But I've been building computers for since I was old enough to reach desk. So yeah, clean the intakes. I mean, look, the one thing on this F1 is it's got air intakes on the side here with dust filters on, so you'd want to give them a clean out as well. Don't forget about the intakes because obviously they're important. So yeah, that's about it for this tear down the storage of your components. I mean, as long as they're in anti-static bags, don't put stuff on the top of anti-static bags because that's just a big no-no. But if I'm building and putting this back together now, the stuff would be safe on the worktop really. being obviously because wood's non-conductive, so you wouldn't have to worry about it too much. Worry about it, stuff getting to it. I mean, all I'd really have to worry about is my 3-year-old getting their hands on it, or one of the cats sleeping on it. But apart from that, I'm putting it together. I'll be putting this back together in about an hour or two. I've just got to go do something, so I thought I'd just do a quick tear down. But yeah, that's about it really. I mean, I'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone in the next video when I build it, because I'm going to show also how to build a home stream computer, like what this is. This is just a dedicated media PC. So yeah, that's the next video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.